everyone, welcome back to another Haolonggood review. Kicking off the new year with our first official review is their Kosmoceratops. And oh my goodness, do I love these things. These things are absolutely precious. They are very small figures, but hey, 135 scale Kosmoceratops was very much needed for my collection. Haolonggood's been really great this year, the last year since they've been out, cranking out a lot of variety of species of dinosaurs, and the Kosmoceratops is a welcome addition to their ever-growing Ceratopsian collection. Now I end up ordering mine off AliExpress. I always go with my online toy store. They retail for 16 bucks, and I always go for the box option to save a couple of dollars. I always go with them because they ship them out really fast and they get here within a couple of weeks. I'll leave a link down below to AliExpress in the description. So since there's no box to cover, let's just jump into this review. And oh yeah, you do get a plastic plant usually when you order from this AliExpress seller. So yeah, anyways, let's just jump into this review. And here is a close-up of both figures, and I have to say, I really like these figures. Definitely among my favorite Ceratopsians from Haolonggood, because pretty much all of them have been absolutely spectacular, and these just turned out absolutely great. Obviously, you get two color version, which is pretty much the standard for any Haolonggood release. You get a red version and a gray-black version. The red is the standout for me. I really love that rusty red coloration with those black markings along the back. You get some bright blue along the frill. The dark one is also great. You same thing. You get that bright blue and that little bit of red on the frill fenestra. I kind of wish like the darker one had like lighter, like a different coloration on the frill. This so you can have like a male and female pair. These kind of look like two males with the same colorations on their frills. But yeah, really neat looking figures. They're quite small, but like I said, they're 135 scale, and they just looks absolutely great. Just so happy to add the Ceratopsian to my 135 collection. And now time for some measurements. These figures are 5 inches long from the tip of the snout to the tip of the tail, or 12.7 centimeters, about 2.5 inches tall. To the top of the frill is just over 6.3 centimeters. So Kosmoceratops in real life is around 15 feet long, or 4.5 meters. And like I said a few times already during the turntable session, these clock in around 135 scale, so they're going to fit into a lot of people's collections. Now let's zoom in and take a look at some of the finer details on this figure, starting with this absolutely adorable looking head. I love how the eye came out. It's white with a black pupil. There is some reflective paint, glossy paint on there to give it that reflective look. You can see it right there in the black part of the pupil. I kind of wish they went with the same eye pupil as their Pachyrhinosaurus, that horizontal slit, kind of like a deer. I really like that look, but I'm okay with this. These things, like I said, are absolutely precious looking. You can see the horns are nicely sculpted. The nasal horn is also nicely done. You have all large scales at the base of the horns. Beak is painted in a black coloration. You have all this nice rusty red and a wash of black to bring out all that nice coloration. Here's a look of the frill from the front. You have this nice dark blue with a little bit of red on the fenestras. It's kind of not symmetrical on this one. Let me pull out the blue one. You can see the paint apps on the blue one are a little bit better than my red one. Not a big deal to me, but I can see that's probably just a mishap at the factory. Then you have those nice keeled over spikes on the frill. Almost looks like its hair's combed forward. Very cool looking. And then going down to the body, let's get the camera to focus in on that, and stop shaking, Greg. You get nicely proportionate scale detail all over the figure. You have all these nice dark markings on the back. You can see some large osteoderms peppered throughout the whole back, forming nice rows going to about the base of the tail. You have a nice light coat for the underneath, nice detail right there. Undersides of the feet also have scale detail on them. All the toe claws are painted in, and they shouldn't be. Just notice this now. They all shouldn't be painted in. These two right here should be like little nubs, so that's going to bother some people. It's really not that big a deal to me, but just something to point out. The hind feet are nicely done. A little bit of dust on the back feet. Gonna dust the old review table, but yeah, love these guys. Like I said, they are absolutely precious looking. They just fit in the palm of your hand. Very nicely done figures. Now let's take a look at the gray version. Like I said, the red one is my favorite, but this is still nicely done. Even though it's mostly gray, there's a nice transition of colors. You have a little bit of pink along the side right here, and this light blue markings along the back. And let's take a look at that adorable looking face. I really love how the eyes came out. Like I said, I wish it was a slip pupil, but these are very lifelike and giving off a lot of expression. Here is the blue on the frill. You can see the red on the finestras. You got those comb over spikes. Very, very nicely done. And then on the underside, we have a little bit of a pink hue for the underside of the figure. And then we didn't do on the red one, but we'll give the gray one the honor. Let's do the dinosaur butthole check. We have a very nice cloaca slit right there. Not right there. That's some tooling from the mold. Right there is our bum slit. So yeah, really digging both figures. I just wish the color on the frill was a little bit different so they would look like it made it appear. Let's get the camera to focus in on that. Does not really like these figures up close, but yeah, I think both of them are absolutely adorable, and you can't really go wrong with either one. They can be fine additions to your collection. And moving on with comparisons, here it is with Collecte's 1/40 scale human. And next up, let's do the only other Kosmoceratops figure in my collection. Here it is with Beast of the Mesozoic 1/18 scale Cosmo. Collecte did do one a few years ago. I just really didn't like the look of that figure, so I never picked one up. So thankfully Haolonggood came out with one, so now I can finally add the species to the 135 side of my collection. But yeah, still love the Beast of the Mesozoic Cosmo. This has that wacky Darth Maul look to it. And these little Cosmos are Haolonggood's 4th Ceratopsian. Here's their no, it wasn't their first one. I think this was the second one. Their amazing looking Pentaceratops. Here it is with their Sinoceratops. And, you know, fun fact about Nasudo and Cosmo, they're both from the same formation, the Kaparowitz formation. So hopefully we'll get some more species from Haolonggood. I'd love to see a Teratophonius and a Utah Ceratops. And for their last Ceratopsian, here it is with the Pachyrhinosaurus. My camera's all over the place for this, but yeah, just one thing I want to point out. Love the slit eye in the Pachyrhinosaurus. I think that's such a cool touch. But yeah, Haolonggood, you know, filling that, you know, Ceratopsian itch for our collection. Safari used to be great at cranking out species, and they kind of got away from them the last few years. So it's nice to see more Ceratopsians enter the 135 scale market. And this is not Haolonggood's last Ceratopsian. They just announced a Sinoceratops, and that one's already ordered and on its way to me. So that one should be up on the channel really soon. And next up, here it is with a couple of PNSO Ceratops, and here it is with their amazing Torosaurus. Here it is with their Machairoceratops, and here it is with their Centrosaurus. You know, the quality of Haolonggood on their Ceratopsians is kind of close to PNSO, so these will blend great into your PNSO Ceratopsian displays. And I mentioned Safari, you know, doing a lot of Ceratopsians a few years ago. Here it is with their Styracosaurus. Going to show Safari some Ceratopsian love. Here it is with their Regaloceratops. And let me just kick the Styracosaurus out of the way. Here it is with their Vegaceratops, a very close relative of Kosmoceratops. And here it is with their Diabloceratops. You know what? Let's get Styrac back in here quick for a nice little group shot. So final thoughts on Haolonggood's Kosmoceratops. Absolutely love these figures. I think they're freaking adorable. Very happy to add them to my collection. They've been doing a great job on the herbivores. Their carnivores are still kind of hit or miss. Hopefully they perfect them, especially that jaw articulation. I watched Andy's review on the baryonyx, and you know, I saw a couple photos. I'm like, oh, this thing doesn't look that bad. And then he zoomed in on the jaw. I'm like, nope, that stays there. My Safari Barry suits my collection fine right now. So yeah, hopefully they work more on their theropods. And plus, we got their massive Alamosaurus. I think the pre-orders just closed on that. That's coming out, I think, sometime in March. Can't wait for that thing. No idea where I'm going to put it. But yeah, Haolonggood, just cranking out species after species. Absolutely love this company because of their affordability. And I definitely recommend these two figures. And like I said at the beginning of the review, I got mine from AliExpress. Link is down below in the description if you want to order these two figures for yourself. So that will do it for the review. Actually got some new Jurassic World stuff coming in. I had no idea. I checked my emails a couple days ago. The Dieter Lost World set shipped from Target. I should have had that in a couple days. And got some PNSO and, you know, obviously the Haolonggood Sinoceratops coming in. So stay tuned for all that. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys for the next one.